Hi everyone and welcome here. I hope you're doing well. In this video, I want to talk about a certain aspect of self-leadership that can support us in coming back to a place of feeling emotionally calm and kind towards ourselves, a strategy that increases our self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is the basis of everything constructive that we do, whether it's being present in the moment and being content and happy with ourselves and life, whether we are growing from somewhere, pursuing a goal, updating and refreshing our perspective. The basis for all of this is self-acceptance. When we reject ourselves, we push ourselves into negative emotions that make it hard to be happy and present in the moment or pursue a goal. These negative emotions that we produce by self-rejection will most likely consume all of our time and energy. So self-rejection can really stand in the way of living the life that we want to live. That is why it's helpful if we have the ability to take ourselves from a place that is unsure about ourselves, self-critical, self-rejecting, to a place of self-acceptance. This doesn't mean that we're going to ignore our issues. Rather, it means having a solid foundation from which to live. We can't pursue a goal or be content if we are consumed by worries, anxieties, and the doubts that come from self-rejection. Of course, it's good to reflect our shortcomings, but this can only be really done from a place that is generally self-accepting. What easily happens when we go through an experience that makes us doubt ourselves is that we get a dramatically critical picture of the situation and ourselves after that experience. And before we can reflect on what we want to do differently next time, it's crucial that we find the cause of the distortion of this picture and come to a more uplifting, kind, beneficial, and motivating perspective on ourselves and the situation. And then we will also be ready emotionally to think about growth. And in the following, I would like to introduce a technique that can help us in this process. The core thought of this strategy is reminding ourselves that our weaknesses and our strengths are often connected. Something that we may value about ourselves, that is maybe even a core part of our identity, a reason why others value us, a way that we can express ourselves. This strength may bring weaknesses along that are connected to it. So whenever we feel overwhelmed by an overly negative view of ourselves, of a specific flaw, this strategy suggests looking for the connection between this flaw and one of our strengths. In what situation may this flaw be something that supports you in your life? In what context does this flaw maybe even have a meaning? This is not about painting the flaw in a new color, but it's about putting the flaw next to a strength to make it easier to understand and accept. This will broaden our perspective and make us more flexible in the way we express that trait in the future. Let's look at some examples how this could work. So I'd like to take a look at a few things people commonly find irritating about themselves, and then see how this could be a strength in other situations. The first example is someone complaining that they're too chaotic. They always have stuff lying around, and no matter if it's in real life or on their computer desktop, they have to look for things and many apps are open simultaneously. This could mean that their strength is that they're very creative. Creativity is often a strength that comes along with having to be mindful about chaos. Or if someone complains that they're a perfectionist and they have a hard time getting things done quickly, this could mean that they have an eye for detail, that they're able to work in a very thorough and conscientious way. If someone feels down because they're so shy and they can hardly get a word out in front of other people, this could mean that they're someone who takes interactions very seriously. They don't want to offend anyone. They actually care about the other person, and they want to make sure only to say things that are beneficial and insightful. Or sometimes people feel discouraged because they come across as emotionally cold and disinterested. The strength in that could be that they are down to earth, very rational and factual, and they often have a sobering effect on situations. Or someone might feel critical about themselves because they are often insecure, unsteady, and uncertain. The strength in that could be that they are willing to compromise, that they're able to take on different perspectives and understand them. We are so accustomed to being harsh to ourselves that this kind of an exercise may seem like an obstructive extravagance, like it's some sort of misuse of reframing techniques. But really, it's just about basic self-acceptance, compassion, and kindness. It also doesn't mean that the people in these examples won't or shouldn't strive for basic tidiness, assertiveness, efficiency, emotional warmth, or being firm in one's convictions, or whatever it is they're struggling with. It just means that it's easier to do that when we can accept these behaviors, which includes understanding how they are connected to our strengths. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment so that more people can see it, because the YouTube algorithm suggests it to them. Subscribe if you're new here. I hope to see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.